Hi. So we're going to talk about position vectors in this video. Position vector is just any vector. It's just describing the position of it. And a position vector relating to the origin of coordinate diagram can be very useful. Okay, it allows us to easily calculate the vector between 2 points without a sketch. So what I'm going to do is hopefully show you that, say I want to calculate the vector p to q. It's not really convenient, or it's a bit time consuming to sketch this all out and then draw the vector p to q and then count the diagrams and count this all out, especially if we're just given, as you can see later on, the vectors. If you think about this, I'm trying to get p to q. That's the vector ultimately I want. So we follow the journey from a different direction. So we're starting at p and ending at q. So we'd go back to the origin, and then from the origin we'd go to q. So you can see I'm going from p to the origin. I'm going against the arrow. So if you think about vector addition, we're doing negative p because I'm going against the arrow. I'm going in the reverse direction, and then it's q. So we add the q vector. So the vector pq is actually just going to be negative p plus q. But more conventionally, what might be easier to remember is it's actually just q minus p, because then you think if you're asked to calculate the vector pq, it's q minus p. You just swap them around and then subtract. Okay. So I'm going to do three examples. I'm asking myself in a way to calculate the vector a to b. So using this theory, the vector ab is b minus a. B is 4, 5, and A is 1, 3. 4 minus 1, 5 minus 3. So the vector AB is just 3, 2. Vector CF is just going to be F minus C, which is going to be negative 1, negative 4, minus negative 3, negative 2. Negative 1 minus negative 3 will become negative 1 plus 3, which is 2. Negative 4 minus negative 2 will become negative 4 plus 2, which is just negative 2. And lastly, I want hj, which is just going to be j minus h. So we're going to do 10, 4 minus 3, 7. 10 minus 3 is 6. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. That's how you calculate vectors from 2 points, whether it's coordinates or whether it's already two vectors. So you could be asked to find two. I've done it from two vectors, but you could just as easily have been asked to calculate the vector between the coordinate 1, 3 and 4, 5. But that's a subtle difference between what is considered a column vector and what is considered a coordinate point, and it all comes down to the idea that a vector is something with quantity and direction. So that was position vectors.